Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Fatback 4 Daily for Wednesday, the 24th of July. The agenda is yours tonight, because I like when I do that. I like just letting you run free and do whatever you want, and it all seems to go well. Update on Lilt will be coming fairly soon. It's not good. It's not good news, I'm going to tell you that. This show is brought to you by 3 Retro. 3 Retro are a company that do all your retro football needs, jerseys, tracksuit tops, different things. Great range in Liverpool stuff, in particular. At 3 Retro _ on Twitter, 3 Retro on Instagram, and you can also get them at 3retro.com, and you will find all the things you need to for your retro needs for the upcoming season and beyond. Really good gift ideas. Actually, a lot of people do it and buy them as gifts for their friends. So it's random tonight. Do what you like. Fill your boots. Throw it all in there, and we'll see how we get on. With me tonight, I have Ciaran. Ciaran was with us last week. Very, very popular guest last week, I must add. And he's back. So what I'm going to do is, Ciaran, how are you?
Hey man, yeah, I'm okay. I said it. How are you dealing with the heat last week? I don't know if it was even that hot last week. I shouldn't have used that then. It's absolutely roasting here. Are you dying in Ireland? Is it even got above 20?
No, do you know something? It's been about 25, 26 degrees, but it's been very kind of mixed, overcast, and then sunny, but extremely warm at night for us. I didn't sleep last night. I ended up on the bedroom floor, lying on 2 blankets. It was horrendous. Stephen,
is this your cricketers thrive on absolutely scorching Caribbean weathers? That's maybe what they need to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I believe the cricketers are doing well. I don't pay much attention, but I will if it means they're beating England and I can have a go at it. I'll definitely get involved. But no, it's been fairly warm. There's great drying out there. You get loads of washes done, loads of drying done, and stuff like that. So it's all good.
That is very useful, yeah.
Stephen Max says, "Get a haircut, you hippie." Yeah, it's getting ridiculous at this stage. Stephen, I don't take any offence to that. I'm a big boy. But you're dead right. A shave and a haircut is most definitely needed. It will be done before the weekend, I promise. Ciaran, it's random tonight, but I'll let you go with the first topic. So walk away. What have you got?
Well, I think the main thing from LFC coming out of LSE today is the bad news that Nathaniel Clyne is out for at least 6 months, and we know that Liverpool's medical team don't under-egg things. If anything, it'd probably be longer than that. As the first sign, I didn't actually see what the injury was, but certainly 6 months. I had a bit of a theory about Clyne that he might have seen Divock Origi, he'll have seen Daniel Sturridge. They've gone out on these loans over in Germany at Wolfsburg. Was it Wolfsburg? For Origi, and over in West Brom for Sturridge, and yeah, they had terrible times, both of them. One of them missed out on the Champions League 1 year, and in fact, they both missed out on the first Champions League. They'd have certainly been on the bench. They'd have certainly come on when Salah got injured. And then Clyne's gone to Bournemouth. Yeah, he's probably played a few more games, but he would have probably been we'd have probably been able to rotate him a bit more. He came into the team when Joe Gomez had got injured, so Joe Gomez wasn't there to rotate. So it would have made sense that he'd stuck around. He probably played 10, 12 games at Bournemouth, scrap him for 11th place. He'd have been, on the bench in the Champions League final. He'd have a medal. So it's a bad timing. I thought he would have stayed, and he could have been that right back and left back cover, which would have been kind of ideal. He would have seen out the last year of his contract, and then hopefully in another year you've got Larouci and Kiana Hoover, another year older, 18. Trent was in the team, 18. So then, and Trent's another year older at 21. You've got he's got some decent fullback options there for him going. Or the other option was him being sold, and he could have got 12, 14 million, which would have meant that we would have X amount more money to be able to put towards another fullback. So I don't know how this affects everything. It's almost double. I feel like we need to sign someone and and we definitely need to do that soon. Whereas before, I thought we either had cover or we could have used the money elsewhere. How do you feel about it? Do you think he's a big miss, or do you think?
Um, Honestly, I think Clyne, for me, I've said it since the start of the window and since pre-season has started, that he will go late in the window.
Yeah,
I think he was being used as a player on the tour because of waiting for players to come back, and we're bedding in a couple of younger players, i.e. Keanu Hoover.
yeah,
And I thought he would go late in the window. On the injury, it's a massive blow to the player. Does it affect what we were going to do over the season? I don't think so. Some people have said, oh no, he's more than good enough cover. I don't believe that. I think defensively he's fine, but the way we play, our front three and our fullbacks are the main fulcrum of our attack, and I just don't think he has it in him going forward. And I think the change in the way we play is way too big for the risk of playing Nathaniel Clyne for a consistent amount of time, to allow Trent to take a break and stuff like that. So Klopp may have to. Now look, Klopp could have been saying, "No, Clyne was going to be me cover, and now I'm stuck." He may need to go and do something there because if you look around, for me it would have been Hoover right back. But if Klopp doesn't believe that, he's down to Trent Alexander-Arnold, because in my opinion Gomez will play centre half this season and centre half only unless there's a massive emergency there.
yeah.
So look, I wish Nathaniel Clyne all the best in his recovery. They're talking about 6 months. Liverpool don't usually, as you said, over-egg it, so you probably are looking at that 6 months. It'll probably be 4 to 5 months before he can actually get back training. So we'll have to wait and see. But I don't think it makes a massive difference to the way our outlook would have been on the season. That's my opinion. If people have a different opinion to that, absolutely throw it in there. People are saying there Clyne was always leaving. Mixes hopefully recovers quickly enough to go in January. That we obviously know where. Well, we obviously know where Nick is coming from there.
We'd keep him for the end of the season. There would be no point in selling him in January.
Absolutely, but right back now covered by Gomez and Hoover. Gomez has come out, Maverick, and he said that he believes that centre back is his position. He wants to nail his position there. Barry Carr said, as we have said on here many times, we don't want Gomez right back. I know it's probably less pressing than left back. I would be more comfortable with some cover. It's just going on Joe Gomez's comments just before they went away to America. He did say he wanted to nail down a position in the team, and by looking straight at that, centre half seems to be the one. John says 29 ACL, and he was never blessed with pace before the injury. We may sorry. It's gone off there. We may not see Clyne play top flight football again. I wouldn't agree on the pace thing. I think he had enough pace to be a fullback. But it's a long road back from now at 29. You're probably right. Maverick says for sure he's not as offensive as Trent, but Klopp would always adapt tactics to cater for Clyne's offensive shortcomings.
Absolutely. If you had him playing, then the 4-2-3-1 where you allow Shaqiri to do whatever he wants along with the front four. And you say, if it was Robertson or whoever else it is on the other side, you'd allow one to tuck in. We did it with Gomez. Do you remember last season at the start? We'd allow Robertson to bomb on more, and he'd sit back more and cover for the fact that Salah wasn't ever going to come and track back on his man, or Shaqiri. So Gomez would sort of stay a bit further back. But Clyne would have been perfect for that. He's a very solid citizen. He was an England #1 right back a couple of years ago. There's nothing wrong with him. He wasn't as good. He's not as good as Trent. But there are about 2 in the world that might be better than Trent.
Yeah, no, it is like Trent is going to be the main man there. There's no doubt about it. But there is periods in the season where Trent looks like he's struggling a little bit. He's still only a young guy. He can go through a little patch where he's a little bit indecisive in what he's doing, and that happens to most players. But he's so young. But look, the season he had last season, he's a European Cup winner now. You can only see Trent pushing on and on and on. What else have we got there?
So Stuart Boone, that's my brother-in-law. Hi, Stuart.
Okay.
Alderweireld. Now, that's one that if Matip hadn't had the end to the season that he had, I would have been all over that. I would have said none of the other 3 are good enough. not that Gomez isn't good enough. It's just that he's not available enough, and whether that's impact injuries or whatever, he's just not there enough. And then I think Matip and Lovren have never shown the consistency. But then Matip went on this 3-month run, which you just think it would be incredibly unfair to bring in someone, even if it was someone as world class, in my opinion, as Toby. That would be the best centre back pairing in the Premier League by a mile if you had Toby and Virgil. But Virgil and Matip, as it stands, that is the other best centre back pairing, and the second best centre back pairing at the moment is Virgil and Gomez. So it's sort of, we're actually almost spoiled in centre back, which is the first time I've ever said that in my 30 years of supporting Liverpool. We've got the best centre backs. Well, maybe Carragher and Hyypiä were pretty good with Agger and whoever it was as backup, but yeah.
Yeah, if with Alderweireld, Ian Griffin is saying Alderweireld is brilliant, but it's a waste spending money on centre halves. I did say if we are going to sign someone along, say the Toby Alderweireld line, it would only be if you are getting rid of a Lovren. I don't think you can sell a Lovren and bring in. I think it's a big risk to sell a Lovren and bring in, say, a Sepp van der Berg. Just on Sepp van der Berg, does anybody know if this FIFA fucking clearance is turned up yet? How long does it take for them to go?
They can't all be on holiday. Surely
apparently they are. Apparently they are.
Bissaka must be playing for United. I don't watch those scumbags, but he must be on the bench over there. Surely. Well, I saw Daniel James play for the United the other day. There must be somebody in FIFA.
Well, I still don't know. Does anybody know if Sepp van der Berg has got his clearance yet? I have a feeling he has not. Glenard79 says Danny Alves for backup right back. I think he's looking for about 150 grand a week.
Amazing idea, right? If it was a case of we can occasionally play Trent in midfield, then you could see that, and if you want Trent there in the long term. But I think you want Trent playing every minute of every game he can play as our right back. He's our most creative player. He's the most creative passing in the team. He does, his crossing, his assists, everything. He is our playmaker, and he plays in the right position. If he was trying to be our playmaker in midfield, he wouldn't be as effective. A lot of people don't seem to say that. So I'd love Danny Alves. It'd be absolutely banter. I think that's the sort of signing that would make me. I would absolutely love it, but he wouldn't play. Klopp doesn't rotate that much.
Just on Sepp van der Berg, Ian Griffin says he can't go outside in that heat. That's the real issue. He is a Weasley, isn't he? Yeah, he's a Weasley. So
he's
proper ginger. Barry Carr says that FIFA.
He's got some Irish blood with that hair.
FIFA were summoned to 10 Downing Street to sort this for Sepp. Maverick says he's still waiting on his papers, and someone else asked how can we sign the keeper and not Sepp. The thing is, the keeper was a free, and you can just bring him along on a non-contract basis. Van der Berg, it's obviously the transfer has gone through, but hasn't been rubber stamped by FIFA in order for him to let him play. It is a bit ridiculous though. But in fairness, the lad's over there. He's on the tour. He's gaining experience with the lads, and it's no harm to him. Force says the left back and versatile attacker is all we need. An elder statesman for left back to bring Lewis on would be boss.
Also, I've seen that Stuart said again that he did also play. Alderweireld played for Southampton, which would again prove the point that once you play for Southampton, you will always eventually end up at Liverpool.
It's a rite of passage. Yeah.
It's like a bar mitzvah for anyone. Yeah.
You know when people say everything happens for a reason, and you never know what can happen tomorrow. If you play for Southampton, you fucking know you're ending up at Liverpool. Let's be honest about it. It's because he's under 18, says Martin Austin. It could be something to do with that, Martin.
Okay.
It could be something to do with that, but you would have hoped.
Is he training?
He's there. He's there with the squad. He's training away, but I would have liked to see him get at least one game here. Maybe when we get back to Europe, and I think we're playing. Is it Rapid Vienna we're playing? I have them in my head.
We play Napoli.
Napoli as well. We play Napoli in Scotland. I think a couple of days before the.
And then we played someone in Switzerland.
Yeah,
Basel.
It could be. I'll look them up, but there's that many fixtures going around. All I can think about is I have to sit up till 1 o'clock now and watch this game later. Maverick says, "Remember now."
Are you on the drink tonight?
No, I'm not on the drink tonight. Maverick says, "Remember Nat Phillips." Nat Phillips, yeah, he was there last season as well and looked really good in pre-season and then disappeared.
Got injured, didn't he?
Yeah, I can't really see Nat Phillips getting pushed in towards our first team. Barry Carr says Bruno announced after midnight. This all comes from is this the guy's name? It sticks in my head. Avi Hanser, who does be on our YouTube channel. He was saying that he is absolutely adamant that Liverpool signed Bruno Fernandes after this friendly. So we'll be all waiting up till them. I'll stay up all night if there's any chance of that happening.
That? Dave Hendrick, is that?
No. Some guy called Avi Hanser. He's on our YouTube channel, and he's all he commented on a couple of times was regards to Bruno Fernandes. So I did say to him, I will take that on board, and I will not knock that opinion, but be prepared to be absolutely destroyed.
If he was our one signing this summer, proper signing, I would take that all day long. I think that would be a fantastic move. He'd be the Coutinho. He's right-footed. I think Klopp could convert him to playing that, sort of that Mane, that Coutinho wide left, curling it with the right. I think Klopp could do that with him. I like him.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But this guy Avi Hanser was he was absolutely insistent that this is what was going to be going on. So we'll have to wait and see. Stephen Mack says Bruno just for the banter, even though we don't need him. I think.
We could do with him.
If the Bruno thing happens, there'll be all sorts of stuff going on Twitter. Twitter is just a madhouse. It's absolutely insane.
Oh yeah.
It's absolutely insane. I will get to it.
We'll talk about Twitter next.
Oh yeah, if you want, we will. But no, I will talk about Twitter. I will not name anybody. I will not have a go at anybody. I'm not here.
I'm happy to do that.
But Stephen Max said earlier on, like the channel, people. Let's get this channel going. Listen, if you're on YouTube or you do anything on YouTube, just go on to YouTube, LFC Day Trippers. Click subscribe. Hit the little bell symbol. It gives you a notification when we come online. And you can watch us whenever you want. One signing this summer, Ziyech. Maverick, you are absolutely determined on this Ziyech fella. A bit like I was, and I can't knock you for it. I was the same when it came to the fella that's his fucking head name's going out of my head. Fekir, yeah. I was absolutely insane on him, but we'll have to wait and see. There's been mixed kind of people are taking certain Klopp quotes certain ways, Ian Doyle done a piece or an exclusive interview, and he was basically saying no, we won't sign anybody, but then when you actually read into the comments a bit more, it's a bit more open than that, so you have to go and see. Quick Lilt update. Lilt, the pineapple and grapefruit drink, the totally tropical taste, as everyone knows it.
Lilt.
Yes, don't sing it, Ciaran. Don't you? It won't be worth it. But I went looking for Lilt. I couldn't find Lilt. I got updated to say it only comes in bottles, which was an absolute travesty.
No, bottles don't taste the same.
Exactly. Then somebody informed me that you could get them in a shop called Deals, which is in Ireland. I don't know if it's in England, but it's called Deals.
Is that like a pound saver?
Yeah, a little bit like that. You could get it. There was an abundance of these in Deals. I'm not near the Deals, but I am going to be near the Deals tomorrow. So I will be going to look for that, and we will have Lilt, I promise.
Do you have lemon Fanta over there?
Yes, we have all that stuff, yeah. Like, I love when people
in the
say...
Heat, that's a winner in the Heat.
I love when people from the UK say, do you have Sky TV over there? We're not in the third world.
I thought you might have your own TV, or your own... Because you have Tato Crisps, which are absolutely banging, by the way.
Yeah.
There's an Irish pub near me that sells them, and it's the one we always go to after football because it's always got the best crisps.
Tato was nice. King crisps are nicer.
They've not made it over here.
King crisps are much nicer. Barry Carr says Oxlade-Chamberlain already filling the number 15 shirt but claiming the hip hop quiz. I seen a few clips of this earlier. It was basically on Liverpool put it out on their social media. It was Gomez, Ox,
VVD.
Brewster and VVD in a hip hop challenge. It was very funny, especially when Brewster decided that he named somebody, and I think he thought it was a female, but it was a male or something.
ASAP Rocky or ASAP whatever. Yeah. It was Cardi B, which is a lady rapper, was a man rapper.
Okay, so he got it properly stitched up there a little bit. Manhattan cheese and onion, the nicest of them all. Ciaran, you won't know what that is. Manhattan is
I'm happy to come over to Ireland and do a full crisp taste-a-thon.
Absolutely.
And we can do some kind of
You can only do it really when you're drinking points, though, because I'm not going to sit and eat crisps with you unless it's
I'm drinking white wine at the moment, but I'll happily chug a What beer do you go for? Do you
Any
have
beer you
beer in
want.
Ireland?
Yeah, we have beer. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's just
yeah.
Guinness.
And it doesn't come in tankers. Like it comes in glasses. It's amazing. Um, Guinness.
Do you have IPA yet?
Yes, we've all them. Like
Okay, good.
we literally have the same stuff as you. Um,
Okay.
let me see now. Um, the still of Virgil holding his board and put in whatever word you want. Yeah, we done that yesterday. We were the first ones to do it, but we put a video in it. It was actually a video of us all in studio after we won the European Cup. Probably 2 days afterwards, and one lad came in with a smoke bomb and let it off in studio. Which is really not a good idea. And I think I meant to have a license to do these things, but you know us, we don't really care, so we just done it. Let me see, is there anything else? Tato sandwiches. Is the nuts. Tato sandwiches, yes, they are amazing. Listen, bread, butter, and cheese and onion crisps are brilliant. Sprite, cucumber, and lime. Can you imagine how that's not sold in the shop?
That sounds a bit posh. It's more.
Do you
Sounds
know
like you should
something?
have that with gin or something like that.
My daughter is a big fan of Sprite / 7 Up. I bought Sprite one day, brought it home, and it was cucumber and lime, and it was fucking disgusting.
You sent back to the shop. Sent back to deals.
Yeah, back to deals, not happening. So, uh, Stephen Max says, LOL at your buddy there, Gav, thinking we are in Albania. Yeah, it does come across a bit like that. It does come across like that. But look, that's how random it gets. Now, is there anybody up for watching the match later? It's 1 o'clock. I know it's on at 1 o'clock. I have to go now in a few minutes. I have to edit this pod. I have to get ready for download. I have to tidy up a few bits on YouTube. I have to get it all ready to go and then get the podcast for later ready. So 1 o'clock, well, 10 to 1, we'll come on live. We will do it on YouTube and Periscope tonight, because I know the Periscope guys missed out a little bit. But look, subscribe to YouTube and get on board. We watch the match, we have a bit of crack, we talk about stuff like we're talking here. It gets very random. It's a bit of laugh, and we do it just for a bit of laugh. It's the last one I'm doing, promise. It's the last one I am doing until.
Well, I think it's
next
the last
season.
one that's on at 1 in the morning.
Yeah,
so
but it's the last one I'm doing anyway.
It's a good promise.
I won't be doing. I won't be doing this. Come on.
I was going to say one question to everyone listening: if you could sign one player, who's it going to be for this window? You're only allowed to sign one, and we're not allowed to sign anyone in January. So it's a whole year, one player. Who's it going to be?
Okay.
Let's see what they say. Right,
we'll see what they say. Don't give your answer just yet. Give it to me later on, and I will remember to ask that as my eyes are closing at about 20 past 1. Mick said it's a bit late for him, but good luck, Steve. I'm gonna call you Stephen because I'm. So Stefan Mack is the name. He's from Cork though, so it's Stephen. He'll be there. Sancho is coming in. Maverick says, "Shit, I thought the match was tomorrow." It is tomorrow realistically, but I was the exact same. I literally had my whole plans done around a Thursday night, and then doing the pod tomorrow night late. But it's actually tonight we're doing it. So join us at 1 a.m, 10 to 1. Bring a few cans, bring whatever you want. We literally watch the match together on LFC TV. We'll have a bit of fun. We'll have a bit of laugh. We'll ask each other mad questions. We'll answer them all, and I'll try find somebody for 1 o'clock to come on and have a chat with me, because they're great cover when I need to go for a cigarette. That's being perfectly honest with you. Ciaran, it's been a pleasure as usual. I'm presuming you're going to come back on with me next week.
Yeah, I'll be on next week if everyone wants it. So yeah, I'll come back.
Okay. I will be back later on, as I said, and we'll be back again tomorrow at 10 p.m. Just to let you know, I am planning a few bits around the Norwich game in Liverpool. As I get this information and kind of rubber stamp stuff, I will let you know what's going on. But if anyone's around Liverpool on the Thursday or the Friday or the Saturday, absolutely let me know and we can meet up for a drink. And if we're doing a show and you're around, you're more than welcome to come on. Stefan says...
I was just going to... Oh, sorry, go.
Yeah, go on.
I was just going to say that everyone on Twitter at the moment seems to be incredibly divided and absolutely loggerheads. But through meeting nice people on Twitter, I wouldn't be on FB4. I wouldn't have met Grizz last year and gone to the Crystal Palace game with him. I'm actually through a good mate of mine now, Swifty, Andrew Swift. If you're not following him, he's a great guy. He's sorted me out some tickets for the Community Shield final. So, there's a lot of nice people out there. So stop being dickheads to each other and and let's get behind the team, and maybe you'll be able to score some tickets as well.
Yeah, and the thing is, when it comes to Twitter, listen, just argue the point. Argue the point that's in front of you, you know. I don't mind anyone arguing the point, and I'd usually turn around and go, yeah, you're probably right, mate, and I'll admit when I'm actually wrong, but it's getting to the stage where people aren't even arguing points, they're just telling each other their opinions of each other, you know, the kind of way. So it's a waste of time, to be perfectly honest with you. Ian Griffin says he will join me tonight once the baby doesn't wake up. The baby won't wake up, just fucking stay quiet, Ian, stop messing. I'll see you at 10 to 1. It's too late to go and buy points now, to be honest with you. So I'll have to make do with some sort of soft drink and some sort of food on top. But look, that's been the Fatback 4 Daily. It's been a pleasure as always. Don't forget to subscribe to YouTube. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Don't forget that we're back on later on. We will talk to you later. This show has been with thanks to 3 Retro. It's been a pleasure as always. Over now.
Cheers, guys. Bye.